Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Gino Bonino. I'm going to make a video with some books that I've been meaning to show for a while now, and I just haven't. This might get a little long, so again, bear with me. It's going to include, I'm going to try to break it up into three parts. Modern books, which again, a lot of people have shown. What I mean by modern, I should say, is like monthlies, stuff that I picked up at the comic book shop. Second batch will be what I call minor keys, things that I've gotten from the back issue boxes, and to fill holes in the collection or to make second copies or to get better copies of what I had. And the third will be some stuff that I've gotten from the mail, ordered on through eBay and stuff like that. First thing I want to show, I just, for no apparent reason, Mad Magazine. I didn't know that they were coming out with this again. I used to read the heck out of this as a kid. I bet I had just about every issue. A little bit shocking cover, I have to say, even for Mad Magazine. Alfred E. Newman flipping off the potential reader with its, I guess, picking his nose all at the same time. Once again, this is issue number 1, even though it kind of, what happened is I think the creator of this passed away and they quit publishing it. They also got a little bit of financial scrape, and it looks like somebody gave him some backing, and so the creative team got back together. It has all the stuff that Mad Magazine's known for in the back. It's got that gatefold thing and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, thought I'd pick it up. Also, just so you know, there's some monkeys. I'm just goofing a little bit, putting them on the side. My daughter's monkeys, but they make random noises and move around and stuff like that. So if they do that, they're not possessed. They're supposed to do that. Real quick, I've been meaning to do this, and I just haven't because I didn't. I had these put away, and I completely spaced. But Jim Comics, very good creator. I've been subbed to him forever. From YouTube, sent me some stuff. He sent me Moon Girl 29, which I really appreciate. My shop gets about 2 copies, I think, is all of Moon Girl, and they tend to sell out fairly quickly. So this one was gone. And he happened to be by his shop, and he said, hey, there's one on the shelf. Do you want it? I said, of course. That'd be very nice. And he picked it up and sent it along with some, I guess they had these on the shelves too, which is unusual because that was a hot book and sold out real quick. That's Power Rangers 25, and that was the black bag copy. I was debating a little bit, should I open the black bag or not? And I decided, well, since you can't really turn back from it, we'll leave it in just for the time being. And anyway, thanks a lot, Jim. Really good guy. Again, I don't have to tell you, he's got probably about 10 times more subs than me. So I don't need to tell you anything about other than you should sub him up. Go check out his videos. Every week he gives very good picks as far as things at the store. He has his honorable mentions and stuff like that, and he's right on, spot on. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about eBay buys. What I normally do with eBay is I have a set price that I want to pay for something, and then I will either snipe it or I will bid it, and then I just don't go over it. If somebody outbids me, I'm fine with that. I figure there's more copies, more issues that'll come up, and I'll wait and be patient. What the worst thing you can do in eBay, and I probably shouldn't say this because I sell on there, but the worst thing you can do is let your pride get involved and say, well, I'm going to win this, I'm not going to let myself get outbid, and then you end up overpaying for something that is, there's either other copies or whatever. So what I normally do is I'll find a benchmark. I'll kind of get an idea of what the book is worth and what it's worth to me, and I will I'll go look and see if there's some buy it nows. I take shipping into consideration, and then when I do that, I come up with sort of a benchmark price that I know if I lose the auction, I can always go back and get it as a buy it now. Usually it's still there. And then I bid accordingly. And usually it's like $5-10 less than the buy it now price if the buy it now price is fair, and wait and see what happens. And again, if you lose out, just say, oh well, live to find another day. Or you can always check out when you go to cons and stuff like that. It also gives you kind of a good idea of what the book goes for. You'll know if it's usually above guide, less than guide, etc. But anyway, I bought this 3-book set. I don't have this in my collection. This is the Ghost Arc, issue 220, issue 221, 220, and issue 219. This is the more important one in the group. Most important, this is the first appearance of Ghost. Ghost, of course, is going to be the villain in the Wasp and Ant-Man movie that's coming up very soon. Another book I bought, and this must have come from a comic shop because they still have the price on it, but I did not pay this for, is Spectacular Spider-Man number 64, and this is the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Movie's coming up. This is a beautiful copy. Very nice to have it. Looks like in Mylar and all that just got here. Next is a pretty decent copy of Amazing Spider-Man 194. This is the first appearance of Black Cat. And again, a book that it isn't in my collection yet. I don't know how I missed it because I was collecting during this, during this time frame. But either I sold it or somebody sniped it or something like that out of my collection, which sometimes happens. And then Spider-Woman number 1. Again, a pretty decent copy of it. And I've been picking up a few of these in anticipation of, and I've shown this before, of my philosophy goes something like this. I think that the collective attention, if you will, usually goes on one movie at a time. So right now, everybody's attention is pointed towards Avengers, Infinity War. Once that kind of starts waning a little bit, their attention will turn towards Deadpool 2, and that's when I'm going to do this. This is the first appearance of Bedlam, and Bedlam was just teased in the third preview that they had, so he's definitely going to be in the movie. And again, so I'm just kind of hanging on to this, and I'm going to let go. I've got quite a few of them. Next is what I call minor keys, and these are books that were basically what happened in my comic shop because of the Superman 1000th issue. They're having a sale, which is anything in the back issues is half price. So if you find something with a sticker on it and a price, it's half that. If there's no sticker on it, it's a $1 book. So these first were $1 books. And I couldn't believe I found that in the dollar bin, but I did. It's Thor 412, first full appearance of the New Warriors. And again, there's supposed to be a movie in the works. I'm not sure what the exact is happening with that is. The other one I found in the dollar bin is Daredevil number 1. I don't know what the name of that variant is, but I'm going to call it the Mousetrap variant. Let's see here. Anyway, cool cover, and couldn't go wrong for $1. And I also got a number 1 Spider-Woman. Again, probably the third or fourth series. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man number 20. It's a great book. It needs a press though. And Spectacular Spider-Man 158, also in the dollar bin. Fantastic Four 286 in the dollar bin. And Spectacular Spider-Man 58. They had a whole bunch of those that were in there. And Arcanum, yes, number 2. It had a $15 price tag on it, which I said, hey, for $1, if it was $15 at one point, I might as well snap it up, so I did just that. Don't know too much about the series, but I figured, again, anything that used to be $15 and is down to $1, I figured we'll give it a shot. And then these books were sticker books, so they're half price. And I'm not going to really go into each and every why it's a key, but I'll let you guys look it up. And this is also a good visual, so if you're going through your comic store or whatever, these were ones that popped up as keys, and I picked them up for that reason. 219 X-Men, 215 X-Men, 236, and then this one was half price. I've got a few of these, but I figured that I would pick up another one, 248. This is Jim Lee's first drawing on X-Men, and again, it's a cool Colossus cover. And 250, 257, and then I got there's some more X-Men's in there, but they're a little out of order, so we got some Spider-Man's. Amazing 195, 222, 258, which I believe is first Puma, maybe second Puma, I'm not sure. Todd McFarlane, 309. I have that one, and Key Comic Watch showed this one off, and it was in my mind since then. I know I don't have this one, 308, which is the cool, again, Todd McFarlane, kind of Spider-Man in the shadows. I really like that. 245, just because anything Goblin related is hot right now. This is being, of course, Hobgoblin, and 244. Then we're back down to some X-Men, and this was a very cool cover. This was also Jim Lee. You know, certain covers are kind of known with certain artists. You'll have like your Daredevil, Miller work and stuff like that, and this is just a very iconic Lee cover for 268, 176. And then a couple annuals. I've got 13 and 4. And I picked up this book just simply because it was cool. Again, it was weird. It's not anything I really collect, but I couldn't go wrong. It's a 12-cent book for $2. Jerry Lewis, America's Funniest Comic. Again, it's just seemed like a cool book to pick up. This one is Tomb of Dracula 17. This is where the Blade gets bitten and actually becomes like a vampire himself. He's not just a guy, he's a vampire. I used to read the hell out of this series as a kid. I wish I would. For some reason, they didn't make the cut. They got thrown out. But again, I used to love Tomb of Dracula, Werewolf by Night, and stuff like that. X-Men 179. Another annual, number 12. And that's really about it, guys, as far as the back issues go. And again, I got a really good deal on those. They were half price. Their sale's only going on until Tuesday, and that's why I kind of went a little bit crazy. I normally don't pick up that much stuff, but I couldn't go wrong. I figured, you know, again, it was half price. It was just sitting there. I got that. And then again, the stuff that I showed last issue. Then a little bit more modern books. And everybody's shown this $7.99, both A and B cover. And then I picked this up, another one of these. Again, guys, if you have an opportunity, get that book. That book is one that I do think is going to stay relevant in the Marvel mythos. I have a feeling that we'll keep coming back to it. And it's one of those, like I said, it's a little bit of a pricey book, and I think that hurt it. It had kind of a high cover price. This was a strangely hot comic, 44. I know for a fact it was sold out. I talked to the shop owner, and he went to his computer and typed in. He said they're showing low stock, so they may or may not be able to get a second batch. He was able to get a couple more, and he did that as a favor to me. But anyway, if you've got a chance, you may want to look into this issue as one to get me, if you're still on your shop's wall, or you know, still as for cover price, you may want to pick it up. Again, I think this whole storyline, the Bizarro storyline, I think is one that's going to you know, last and be around for a while. Also got the B cover for it. And picked up Avengers. Again, great series. Kind of sad that to 689, that's the B cover, there's the A cover. And I got just this one of Infinity. I like the kind of the Thanos scroll sort of cover. It looks like a match everything. There's some thing going on there and stuff like that. I got Batman 45, excuse me. And Mr. Miracle, great series. Been reading that, number 8, the A and B covers. And then, of course, books that people have shown the hell out of. But again, these are very, very pretty books. These actually exceeded my expectations as far as how well of a job they did on the covers and the story and all that. It really was, they did a very good job. This is, of course, Action Comics 1000. And I got the whole 10 cover set. I didn't get any of the, you know, special variants or whatever. Basically, my comic book shop was offering, if you bought in advance, if you advance purchased it, I think it was somewhere in the neighborhood of like I think $50, $5 an issue versus the cover, which is $7.99, and then you got entered into a contest and all that kind of stuff. So that is my haul, guys. That is my video. Again, thanks everybody for watching. Hope everybody's doing good. Have a good weekend, and I will talk to you later, guys. Happy hunting. Bye-bye.